Hi everyone, this is Alert Day Trading. The purpose of these videos is to journal my trades, go over mistakes that I've made, um, also pay attention to good behaviors and try to duplicate those for my future trades. So this trade I am not particularly happy with. Um, I I have a feeling I was feeling euphoric. Um, so I was on a little bit of a streak, and I had a nice winner earlier today. I had a really nice winner yesterday, and I guess that made me feel like I can be a little more risky. Um, so yesterday I traded MYO. There's actually a video about this trade. It's one of my best trades. Perfect uh, tr- trade uh, according to my plan. And if you look yesterday, we had this nice move up. So after pretty much sold off the rest of the day, down I can win from $35 all the way down to about $13. And after market and pre-market hours, the stock ended up opening this morning around $30 and went all the way up to 40 and just pretty much sold off. So I've been kind of paying attention to it, low volume, and I noticed it started to uh, get to this VWAP level. So, um, I've taken these trades before in the past, and I've seen these trades occur all the time. So I was trading the break above VWAP and to get to this line right here, which is the upper VWAP line, the extension. Um, so according to my risk to reward, I guess I tricked myself into believing this was a bull flag. I guess it is a bull flag, but the issue is it still has to break through the VWAP. So looking back, and even in real time, I'm telling myself, you have to wait for the confirmation. Wait for the break above the VWAP. It has to close above the VWAP and break another, make another move to the upside. And it's obvious, but I guess I anticipated the move. I didn't wait for the confirmation. Not only that, I went in heavy, so I risked more than my max loss. So, the number one rule is don't risk more than your max loss. And that's up to you to decide. I have a number in my mind. And so I did lose more in this trade. That's number one rule. The second rule is, I don't have these, it's not my second rule, but the second rule that I can think that I've broken in this case is I didn't wait for confirmation. And not only that, I'm working on figuring out my statistics. So over a large span of maybe somewhere between 20 and 100 trades, what is my statistics of a winning trade or a losing trade? Not only that, what is the average risk to reward? So on losing trades, I'll lose this certain amount. On winning trades, I'll make this amount. And then I figure out whether that strategy works or not. This is not part of my strategy. A VWAP trade is not part of my strategy. I can create a whole new trade plan based on that, and I have one in mind, and I have to follow my max loss rules. So the way I can correct this mistake is to create a new trade plan for the VWAP trade and take statistics just for that and not use my other bull flag, breakout trading gap up strategy, and mix it with my VWAP strategy. So that's a big mistake right there. Not only that, so we have the max loss, mixing trade strategies, not having a large view in mind, so putting a lot of importance on this one trade instead of just one of many trades. And I guess the emotions I was feeling was euphoric, so I felt convinced that this was going to go in the way I thought it would go, ignoring all the signs. We have a resistance level right here. So, if anything, this should have been a short level, right? It's a perfect trade if you shorted it. So ignoring the volume, way less than the volume at the beginning of the day. If you look, there's a lot of price levels along the way up, so there's got a lot of resistance levels. I like to trade stocks that don't have too much resistance. Just imagine all of this not being here, and then this breaks above, and it has so much more room to go, which is what happened yesterday. Yesterday, the stock broke above this daily resistance level of $24. And where was that? About right here. See that red line? That's from the daily chart. And it had a lot of room to the upside. So, and you can see it had that level. It broke above that level, came back down, didn't hold, but it kind of hovered around, and then came down to this level. This is a 200-day moving average. And it came back up to that red line, so that served as resistance. Broke above it in pre-market. So this would have been the move. I don't trade pre-market, so a lot of people probably made money there. Came back down to that red line. So that's a pretty significant level. So I figured, from this low, I thought maybe we could get to that upper line of the VWAP. But again, you have to wait for the confirmation, wait for the break above, have a pullback, let it hold, and then another break above. So, this one mistake took away my gains from this morning and yesterday, and a little bit more. It's not a huge loss in comparison to, my overall trading strategy and plan, but, if I just stuck to my plan, I wouldn't have taken this trade. And if I stuck to my max loss, it would have not even wiped out my gains from this morning. I would have ended up with a small gain on the day. Instead, I took away my gains from today and yesterday. So I hope you can learn from my mistake. Again, the purpose of this video is to journal my trades. so I can talk about my mistakes to myself and review my trades. If the only one positive I can say is that I stuck to my stop loss, not the max loss, but I decided once I got into the trade at this level, uh, if it broke below, I would get out. And then I actually got back into the trade. So I did this trade twice. Two times I made big mistakes. But I did stick to my stop loss levels, which is extremely important, because if I didn't, this would have been not a very good trade at all. You know, multiplied by a lot more than it already was a bad trade. So that's the one positive I can take out of this, which I'm confident in my ability to stick to my stop losses. But I am working on sticking to my trade plan. I was doing pretty good for the last about week and a half. Just being really consistent. So this is a setback, but I will not give up. I will keep going. So hopefully you can learn from my mistakes, create a plan, stick to your plan, don't do anything other than what your plan says. If you want to try something different, create a new plan for that, whatever that is. But it has to be following a certain plan. So, okay, well, good luck. Again, this video is not to give you any advice, it's for my purposes of my journal process and learning from my trades. Good luck, and let me know if you have any questions.